Hello. Yo, everybody. I'm just letting you enjoy the music for a moment. You know, like, who doesn't like tinnitus music and, like, yo, dick out? That was not me singing a music note, that was my cat biting my wrist. I was going into a joke about, the soyas and the kind of chanting you hear in this kind of music, but then my cat bit into my wrist and made me do a yelp. Thank you, Nex. You're an appreciator of the music arts too, I see. But are we finishing this tonight? Yes. I can't imagine that we won't, because we actually hit the point of no return at the end of last night's stream. And usually at that point, you've only got like at best maybe an hour or 2 hours left. Maybe, who knows? Who knows how long this will take to get there now. No one actually seemed to have an answer last night. Dex has perfect comedic timing. She is, for a cat, she knows when to bite you. Usually she waits until she hears me talking, and there's no one else in the room with me, like, oh, he's doing the thing again. Bad kitty, well, I could say the bad kitty, but I got her like a cat cave today, so she's not very happy. She got rewarded regardless of her activities today. Still sore from working ASA? Good. Good thing. It means it's working. My legs are still sore from my leg day, too. Do you mean perfect? No, I don't deal in puns. Puns are for lesser comedians than myself. Those are like just dad jokes. Anytime you can like make a joke because it's one word sounding like another or has a double meaning, don't do it. You're just becoming your dad. If you had a dad. Some of you maybe not. Hello there, what's up, Puff? How you doing? Banned from stream? No puns. Well, I'm not gonna ban you, I'll just laugh at you. You ate your Easter egg. You ate your Easter egg earlier, whole thing gone. I've never eaten Easter eggs because the only Easter eggs I ever got were the plastic kind that would just have a piece of candy in it. I did learn that people actually like hard-boiled eggs and like put those out and then people would eat the eggs, which still seems gross to me. Like, those got hidden in your yard, you know. That's where the earthworms are at. You want to eat that? I know it's got the shell on it, but come on. Plus it had like paint applying to it. Are you a man that bites the head off chocolate bunnies? No. I'm not a fan of just eating pure chocolate. So even if it doesn't matter what kind of chocolate shape it's in, it's like, nah, I'd rather like just have something else. Hoping my dad is like a boomerang, he'll come back one day. He's still out for that milk, is he? Don't worry. All dads come back eventually once you're like, usually in your 30s and you're like making more money than them and they're having a bad time. Like, hey man, you remember me? Hey son? I brought the baseball glove and the mitt. Let's go out back and catch a few balls and talk about how I need a few $1,000s to cover this crippling debt and addiction. At least I assume that's what it's like. Hey Dart, how is Ghostwire? It is a very mid game. It's like, yeah, nothing really offensive about it. It's playing it very safe. This is one of those games I would also say would have been much better had it not gone the open world direction. Because the best moments of this game were when it was more linear focus and we're like inside of a building and it had like creepy shit going on. Like everything that happens in the overworld, I don't give a shit about. It's just like travel time and like collecting things. I wish developers would learn this, that now everything is improved by being open world. Did my first workout in a while today? What'd you work out on? You focus on something or like do a splash a little bit everything? For people who are just getting back into exercise, I always recommend exercising your legs first. It seems like it's very easy to get into exercise if you start with your legs. Because you're always using your legs anyways, as long as you'll have them, and you're not a couch potato. So there's already a bit of work that's been done with them, just conditioning to walk around more. Guess who got a new tattoo? Well, you kind of gave it away. The better question would be to guess where you got the new tattoo, because there are multiple options when it comes to that. In which area? So do you want to like tell me if I'm right that you got it on precisely the lower right ankle? Ankle tattoos are big right now. Hello everyone. Yes, start with a sprint, see if I can build up your cardio. Yeah, cardio is good too. New tattoo is on my arm. Well, I had an idea of the extremities, but the wrong kind. Question: the main antagonist is the protagonist from another dimension? No, they're both from this world. Just one of them is like a disembodied spirit who's possessing a dead guy who died in a car crash, but I don't know if he's still technically dead at this point. It's hard to tell. You do have a tattoo on your right ankle. Yeah, like I figured, like, everyone who gets tattoos eventually gets the ankle tattoo, I think. Because you need a good car deal to be able to do a good car deal. That's a delicious typo there, or correction from your phone. You need a good car deal where you can lift weights, son. So here, let me put you on this baby. Gets 10 miles to the gallon. Ankle tattoo is number 3. New one is number 4. How many tats you want to get? You still remaining to get? You have like a set number, like, okay, I got some more space. A little more room on the canvas. I am still tattooless. I don't have a single tattoo. I mean, I like tattoos, but I've never really wanted one. Should actually send out my Discord announcement real quick before I forget. You can get 126. Is there a law? Like, only 126 tattoos. New tattoo is the 6th one. Typed in the wrong number. Not sure how many. I want total, maybe 10. Alright, I need photos. We're going to do this, like, tattoo chatting. We need to see actual tattoos. Get in the Discord. I get one a Kodama from Princess Mononoke. Oh, the little tree guys, huh? I have 2 tattoos, technically. That technically you threw in there makes that claim interesting. I've never heard of technically having a tattoo, unless it's like a rub-on. Also, VCT, thank you for the 19 months, my man. Thank you very much. Hard to believe Bethesda published this? I mean, they published all of Tango Gameworks games. They also published the Enemy Within 1 and 2. Is one a cover-up? Oh, yeah, I guess it could be. Maybe, like, got one that had removed. I'm like Dart, I like others with tattoos, but I don't... I mean, I don't really have any... I could always be talked into getting one. I'm not against the idea. I just don't... Can never really... I get the feeling if I got one, I'd end up disliking it later on. Like, oh, now I got paid to have this thing removed. Which is apparently pretty painful. What's the strangest line you've heard in a video game? I think to this date, one of the weirdest things I've still ever heard in a video game was in Remember Me, when they start talking about Little Red... When one of the guys chasing you a helicopter starts talking about Little Red Riding Hood. And then the main character responds after she climbs onto his helicopter like, this Little Red Riding Hood is a basket full of kick-ass. That was such a bizarre piece of writing. That comes from this... Well, to be fair, that does come from the same developers as Life is Strange. So you can see a little bit of their Shaka Bra writing in there. Someone on the writing team thought saying, I got a basket full of kick-ass was an awesome line for their combat game. And Princess Beach, yeah, that one's definitely up there. Mario and Princess Beach. I bet Kojima is patting himself on the back for that one, though. He's like, oh, Kojima is so smart. Kojima is God. You just know he thought, oh, this is fucking brilliant. No one would think of this parallel. What's up behind the team? How you doing? The goofiest line I've heard in a video game was Castlevania, where one of the Belmonts, I'll kill you and the knight. It's got, when I think of Castlevania games, like I said, it's usually it's Dracula's rant about what is a man. But that's not really a bad line. That's, yeah, poetic, I guess. But I don't know. I clearly I'll kill you and the knight is pretty stupid, but I don't think it ranks very high for me. Did you, Dart, did you yesterday cut stream short because you need to go sleep? Well, I cut stream short because I didn't know if I continued playing for another 30 minutes, how long I'd have to beat this game tonight. It's only like a 30-minute cut to the normal stream time. I just thought, like, alright, this is like the end of the game. I want to at least get maybe 2 hours out of this game tonight if I can. So I decided to cut it short just so I could have more tonight. Your second tattoo is added to the first. It's a cross. So you got one section of the cross at a time. So for a while you just had a cross of a line. Like, what that? Oh, it's my line. I like that idea. But that's pretty common for tattoos to be added in parts, I believe. Hello, handsome. Hello, beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know why I have to, like, say it goofily. Hello, beautiful. There you go. See, I can flirt back. I'm not lame. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, I know. I'm hilarious, aren't I? I can make anything funny just by mumbling it. I'm what they call a mumble streamer. I bet we'll play all them shop. See? It works. See, someone's smiling. Favorite mumble streamer? You've heard of mumble rappers? I'm a mumble streamer. I don't even need a SoundCloud page where I produce, advertise my horrible music. But I got a live stream, which is probably horrible in its own unique way. My first tattoo was of St. Francis of Assisi and the Wolf of Gubbio. And then this sounds like a very European set of tattoos. But I appreciate good art regardless. Thought you were doing a bad Elvis impression? Oh, sure. Well, he did mumble a lot, didn't he? I don't think I could do a proper Elvis impression. There are dozens of languages, and you choose to speak facts. Well, do I also speak the language of sarcasm and also bullshit pretty well? Those are unique language courses that I can, now offer courses for the price of, well, never mind, I'm not gonna do it. I need this stuff for myself. Can't be exposing my secrets. You been to a sissy? Yeah, I bet the word a sissy is hard for Italians? Oh no, well, for like Asian I'm just making assumptions here. There's some words that when you have like repeated letters, it become very difficult to pronounce if you're not like an English speaker, even though that's clearly not an English word. Like Mississippi can be like very difficult to pronounce if you're not an English speaker for some reason. Mississippi. Give it a try. Give it a try on your foreign friends sometimes. Know what languages you don't speak? English. Well, here's the thing. None of us truly speak English because we like to diversify our language so much. We got English, American English, Canadian English, Australian. Who's to say which one is the true language? First tattoo was a camera with a single butterfly behind it on my left shoulder. Seems artistic. Back sarcasm and bullshit, the Holy Trinity. It does make for a weird cross grab, doesn't it? Massachusetts? Yeah, I've always heard for some reason, Mississippi, Massachusetts, it's those double S's that throw people off, I think. Because you don't usually see a lot of double repeating letters in, I think, non-English languages, do you? Often? They kind of realize, like, why do you have to have two letters with the same sound? Doesn't make any sense, stupid Americans, or English, or whoever we're insulting. Isn't Canadian English just British English? Well, they're all sort of the same. They got the slight differences here and there. So, chat. I do believe we'll be finishing this game tonight. I'm not sure how long it might last. This could be a short stream, depending on circumstances beyond me. But I am dedicated to getting through it with your help. And hey, the open world section is the game over, so now it'll be narrowed down to just the best content the game can offer, correct? They were Indian language? True, they did originally come from that. America, we named a bunch of states after tribes we slew for some reason. Weird nation, right? So, yeah, last time we got on the ghost motorcycle covered in ghost oil, and drove it through the fog, and now we're at the Japan's freedom. I don't know what's the name of this tower again? Tokyo Tower, I think it's just Tokyo Tower, where the game is set to climax successfully. What is this game? This is Ghostwire Tokyo, a free roaming open worldish game where you shoot ghosts with your finger guns. And you also get to experience Japanese culture and city life, without all the annoying people that make city life interesting. It's actually kind of weird when you think about it.
You got a death wish? Quit it!
Going into public restrooms, I know, right? Very dangerous. I've always heard Japanese toilets are so nice, though.
Gotta get out!
I think we could have just like rubbed that magical oil over us and we would have been far safer just walking to it than getting on the motorcycle. Not the people that make city life terrible will also just make it interesting. I mean, a city without people isn't... Can you even call a city without people a city at that point?
Possible.
I know it's a philosophical question, but it's got some weight to it. Another mic. Also helped the guy pass on by giving him to a true. And we also helped the guy that wanted to use the restroom after him pass on. We helped 2 people pass on that situation. Let's see, I guess we'll... So we can hold more food now, too. All the good stuff. Alright, we'll get 2 of these to round it out at 30. I don't think we'll be able to fill all those up. Price of dog food has gone way up. The dog food costs more than the human food right now. How does that make any sense? Is there much work with the... Is there much to work with for Simity? Yeah, there's plenty. There's like characters and cutscenes, and there's like stupidity. Makes my job easy.
You don't need anything.
In fact, this will be one of the easier open world games I have to send because it's kind of short for an open world game. Hello, Dartigan. What's up, Labanera? How you doing, man? Welcome back. Yeah, they're literally just like go to the tower. Everything else is blocked by the fog. Wow, I really need that cutscene. Couldn't have just looked up and seen that for myself, huh? Were they afraid I missed the tower and the big storm going above it? Like, just to make sure the gamer sees it. Alright, what we got? Big landmark? Well, it's the biggest landmark in that city, isn't it? It's like the biggest structure in the city, I think. Nether Yakuza puffs. Ghost Yakuza, you know, snacks. The trailer, taller tower than this one in Tokyo? Okay, is it like another radio tower or is it actually just like a building? I know it's like a big landmark though. It's like, you know, very good radio reception, I suppose. Did you break your ghost arm? What the hell? How do you do that?
This is where I died. Full of regret. But thanks to you two, I can put that behind me now.
Hello, Daddy. Hello, Shotbot. Why do you continue to disappoint me, my son? Your grades aren't high enough. Chad, if you're gonna keep calling me Daddy, I'm gonna be turning like an Asian dad demands like A+. You sure you want that?
Stick around till the end.
It's all right.
I can't quite bring myself to believe in the afterlife, even though I'm like this.
Really? You've never believed in the afterlife, even though your job dealt with ghosts?
People would be happy to.
I know they're trying to make this character sound ironic, but that actually just makes her son dumb.
Live. Embrace your life.
Called Tokyo Skytree, and it looks just like a narrow column rather than the Eiffel Tower. So this one doesn't look... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was thinking that is that one, actually. Are we sure this isn't the Skytree? Okay, you're saying the Skytree looks like a narrow column rather than... Okay, never mind. You're right. This is the Tokyo Tower, and the Skytree is the other one. Yeah, I've heard of the Skytree, but I was thinking for some reason this was that one. Okay, well, she left her outfit behind.
Erika was what was keeping
Can we, like, give it a sniff? Missed an opportunity. Your message draft is all my fault. I'm so sorry, everyone. I don't know what's happening still, because the plot hasn't really explained things very well.
Is that gonna happen to you too?
Same what Meryl said in the ending of Twin Snakes. I love you, Snake? Or something like that. I don't know, what most of what I remember from the end of Metal Gear Solid 1 was Snake talking about, like, you know, living and how beautiful it is, and how beautiful she was. And her just doing the back hug. And then they never lived happily ever after because she ended up marrying a guy who shits his pants. Romance, man. Kojima knows it. What games are you planning to cover for the next 6 months? Wow, you think I plan things out that far ahead? Right now it's this game, and then I'm gonna be also probably covering the Strangers in Paradise game, or Final Fantasy Origins, I mean. Then, also within that six-month time limit you mentioned, will be the Quarry, which is a Until Dawn style game. And I think there was another new game coming out during that time, but other stuff I'll be doing will be like maybe some older stuff that I didn't get to cover last year. Like that third game in the Dark Pictures series I still have the footage for, and maybe what was it? Guardians of the Galaxy game. Right, Jizo Frindal, did you know that Jizo is a guardian deity of children? It's said that he will gladly accept suffering if doing so will protect the child from harm. Let's treat our local Jizo statues with the respect they deserve. Play us some Final Fantasy 8. I want to, but I'm not sure when I'll be able to get to do that. What happened to that shooting game you wanted to stream? Oh, that ended up being real shit, so I decided not to play it. That was the Crossfire X game. Yeah, I was interested because the developer that was apparently making it. It turns out it was just like a paycheck game for them. They like did like, fuck it, we need the money. But it was mainly like some kind of South Korean like gotcha shooter game turned into a first-person game, and it was like terrible. I was like, yeah, nah, I don't think I'll bother. Oh, you played that? Because yeah, I still have the footage for it. And Kate, we made it into a pretty good stream, I feel. We'll also be playing that the game The Quarry coming up in a few months together. Okay, so that's where she, like, you know, left this world. Good job, hope you made it to heaven. So the game that goes, here's 30 pieces of equipment in 10 minutes, spend 10 minutes equipping your entire party up. Meryl said something about living life, I don't know, I just remember Otacon falling down mountains and shit. Like, I don't remember Otacon falling down the mountain. Was that the ending? I guess that's the ending if you get, if Meryl dies and you have to take Otacon with you instead. I've never actually let Meryl die in either the original game or the the GameCube game, so I've never seen the ending with Otacon. Gotta work Ragnarok getting Sin when it comes out. That's if the game doesn't get delayed or pushed back to 2023. I thought that was a rock.
Didn't you say he was trying to bring his family back?
You heard him before. As far as he's concerned, bodies are just wrappers for the soul. Pawns for him to use.
There's no way we can avoid fighting her?
No. Anyone in our way goes down. No exceptions.
What about your body that you kept me from fighting earlier? Oh, she's doing that thing I've seen in Jujutsu Kaisen where they, like, make a curse zone. Of course it's a spider.
Let's do this!
You don't have to thank me. I wish only for you to
I don't have a jump button, so I don't know. Okay. I guess use your shield to block that too.
It's gone, but I'll be here to pick up the slack. Please don't worry about it,
Danica, your mother hasn't
Do not accept my death. It drove him mad.
Is she blaming herself?
Am I winning? I don't really can't really tell. Yeah, apparently I am.
To make you happy.
Mill of ammo.
Now, you must enter the vessel.
What?
It is all to make you happy.
So wrong.
Yeah, I'm with you. But if we don't
What's up, Natali? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. And you even know the memes already. Well, you get the black and white Kurosawa mode. Well, that was something else, wasn't it? I should send Anthem the failed. Can you even buy that game anymore? It's like dead, isn't it?
Hell is this guy's endgame?
What is the actual? Yeah,
got me.
explain something, please.
Can't say I feel sorry.
What's your end game? I
Put her
just
out
I
for me.
save sister. Look at me this game and everyone. Well, yeah, it's like one of those mid games. Well, there's 2 people beating Isomos. How many does he got left? I know there's at least one more that's using like our current spirit friend's body. Looking at the reviews of this game and everyone that's on this game, well, yeah, that's what I saw as well. It's mainly like people, they're okay with the gameplay, but I found lots of other parts of the game lacking.
Want to protect your family, don't you?
You have a deep
good
voice,
father.
I'm glad you've
I
noticed.
try.
But thank you. I assume that's a positive for you.
Once we head in, there's no turning back. Make sure you're prepared.
People love a deep voice for some reason. Are we like, do you think it's like a human thing? Weird question, I know, but it seems like it's universal. Doesn't matter what nationality, like the deep voice is the preferable voice. We need deep tones. Childish Emma Placard. I hope I learn my multiplication tables. And deep other things, such as what? So these are the things where you wash your hands where you go into the temple or the shrine, right? Or do you drink the water from? Yeah, these are like... I know a little bit of like how the Jinja, I think the temples are called, the Jinja temples. You just like wash your hands before you enter them. Maybe an indicator of the high test, like a jawline. I'm pretty sure you can have a deep voice without having like a stoic jawline like myself. What about this step feels, the way these steps are constructed feels a little off and dangerous. What if you're heading up this side? Like, oh shit, take a big one. Guard against for cleaning hands. Yep, see, I know a little bit of how the culture of it works. I like the atmosphere of this game, just wish I understood anything. Yeah, I mentioned earlier that this game would be so much better if it weren't open world. The open world doesn't really serve any purpose in this game other than have you walk around the city streets. And I guess experience what it's like to be on a Japanese city street, but I don't really feel like I need a video game for that thing. And especially not really doing anything important with it. So far, like I've mentioned, the best parts of this game are when you actually get taken off the city streets and in like a building and then like some weird shit happens inside of it. I just feel like this Tingo Gameworks is like for some reason like started making open world games and they don't really need to. Like they did that with Evil Within 2 as well, and I feel like the open world nature of that game hampered it as well. Now that I think about it, you kind of look like the Russian Badger. The Russian Badger. Is this a YouTuber? Is this someone's name, or are you actually like saying I look like an animal? You look like this cute animal badger even. Watch YouTube videos of people walking through Tokyo City. Yeah, there's actually videos of that. And also sometimes like small towns too, which are actually pretty nice too. Even the babies. What's like Prey? I guess maybe, but it doesn't really have any of that type of like immersive gameplay. Black fog setting is bad business. Shut him. God, you. Doesn't really need like some of those just to have some. Alright, in we go.
All stocked up now.
There's no going back after this. Are you ready to proceed? Yes.
All right, let's go.
Since when did I have a flashlight? Didn't I specifically have an area last night that was all dark because I didn't have a source of light with me? And now I got a flashlight out of nowhere?
Did everyone here vanish too?
Our guy's gotta be lurking somewhere. Let's head up.
You picked it up from that place? Oh, okay. Oh, we just turned on the lights there.
Gather, that you may find salvation. Gather, that
So is this guy gonna make it on anyone's like favorite villain list?
that you may not tremble under death. Gather,
Mr. Hanya guy?
may have dignity. Gather, that
He kind of has that feeling of like a villain in an anime that's just there to set up the true villain. Like he's gonna work up on it, he's working for somebody.
be at my side.
If I beat it today, I'm gonna take another break. I don't know. What is this, like my 5th day streaming? Usually I take a day or so off after like a 5 or 6 days of streaming. That way I can recharge all my social energy. Recharge, huh? Well, yeah. You spend 5 days talking to like people online all the time. You want to recharge too. You know, you can become socially exhausted, you're aware.
We need to head up.
I'm restocking the ammo. Got a lot of fireballs earlier, you know. Wow, we can't jump over that, huh? You know, game developers are getting really lazy with the barriers. Like, no, he's just too polite to actually cross the barrier. You get socially exhausted going to the grocery store. You really like the lady asking you if you want cash or you know, you paying with a card is like, oh, too much. Cash or credit, sir?
Sorry. What are you saying?
Akito, you never even think about me at all, do you? You only ever worry about yourself. You're just afraid I'll die because of you, aren't you?
What's wrong?
I'm being haunted by my memories of my sister when she tells me how much I suck.
Sounded like Mari.
They're probably trying to mess with your head. Hey, now what? Akito. Akito. Let's go.
So did they lift the talking hand thing directly from Vampire Hunter D? Because they liked it so much.
Mari, is that really how you feel?
Don't let it rattle you. That's what the enemy wants.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Snap out of it, Akito.
You know what? Feeling like our main character here is a little bit of a bitch. He hears one voice of his sister in his head like, "You suck, big bro." He's like, "Ah, she's right. What's wrong with me? Should have been there for her." got it from idle. Yeah, there are other types of entertainment that I've used, like, you know, but, the talking hand that moves you around, but in Japan, the Vampire Hunter D would probably be like the most famous one that you'd be using for yourself. Get in there. Finally, I felt the main character was a bitch from the start. Well, he hasn't really done much with himself. I mean, I wonder why they decide to make the main character someone possessed by a spirit, but have like the spirit that's possessing you be more like the main character than the actual physical body. I mean, they even look the same, sound similar, but only one of them is like, we gotta do this shit. The other one's like, ah. Please choose a floor. Why? There's only one place I can go.
Hey, you said I was a good dad earlier. Truth is,
His real FF
I'm
bitch
not even
energy.
close.
FF bitch.
I figured if I threw myself into my work, that'd be enough to protect my family. I barely ever even showed my face at home. It was like we were total strangers. Lately, when I'd bring home a toy for my son, he wasn't even interested. Didn't care about those supercars anymore either.
He just wants a PS5, man. That's all.
But I'm not gonna run.
Isn't that common in Japan, though?
I'm gonna protect
What,
him
overwork?
no
Yes.
matter what.
Bari!
So that puppet failed to even buy me some time.
You asshole!
The death of the body is a natural phenomenon. And in liberating our souls from their corporeal shells, we are returned to our true forms.
Believe whatever horse shit you want, man. But when you dragging innocent people, you cross a line.
People always decry the truth when forced to face it. However, soon you too will come to understand how meaningless these earthly vessels truly are.
Oh, he's already dead. I get it. He's gonna take off the mask. He has a blue skin. Or he's gonna have our body. I don't know. There'll be a twist coming. Get your twist panties ready, chat.
I will use them to shatter the barrier between life and death.
Did anyone ask you to start bringing up his family? Do that any other time in the game. Like, no one really cares about the main villains, like,
Sister
reasons anymore.
will be the final piece. A foundation for a new age.
Yes, punch the magical
should be
kanji barrier. It's the
proud.
only thing in your path. It's clearly working for you.
I'm away from her!
The fall of
What do you think that kanji actually
will
says?
presage the rebirth of the world. And then I shall create a new paradise, though modest it will be. A place where the souls of my wife and daughter will shine for all eternity.
How you will!
I've just come upon a wonderful idea. I shall create a paradise for this girl as well. Such a willful spirit as hers is a rarity indeed. Perhaps she will even lead this new world. A new Mary for a new age.
Oh,
A new Eve.
like, why would you go into like, Christian theology when you've been heavily doing all the
That's your
Japanese
delusional
stuff right now?
bullshit. You're out of your mind!
Am I now? Have you asked her? Why
No,
are
I
you
haven't
so
seen her until since the
certain
beginning of the game.
that her spirit wishes to return to this shell?
You know what? This guy just watched Ghost Dad with Bill Cosby one too many times, and he thought it was like
Can
it took it
you
as religion.
imagine what your sister endures beneath these bandages? Remaining tethered to this body will only prolong her agony.
Never thought of that before.
You don't know that.
Hey! Don't listen to this bullshit!
What's actually wrong with
Kill
our
him now,
sister
or the
again?
world
They
is
never really
done for.
detailed that, so I can't really understand what kind of suffering she's going through. For all I know, she's just in there because she had like a cold, or I don't know what, ingrown toenail maybe.
Get it together!
An accident?
The time is nigh.
I mean,
The
that's a
world
pretty.
rests
Well, I
on
mean,
the
it doesn't look like she's that bad off then.
transformation.
She has a bandage wrapped around her forehead.
A new age will dawn.
She was on a ventilator or something. Oh, hey, the barrier's down. Now's your chance.
Not much longer now. Soon, my dream will be made manifest.
Get up! Follow him!
Mari. What do you want?
Don't let him rattle you! Up! Now! Get up or I'll
What?
ditch you for good!
Like, oh, can you squeeze a little bit
Is
harder?
that really all you got, Akito?
Got plot, convenient disease. Happens a lot in anime stories, doesn't it?
I can do this myself. I'll kick my own ass. Akito, you just don't get in the way.
Oh, that line. Kick my own ass.
So you're scared, right? Of how she might feel. Of finding out that maybe you did all this for nothing. You're afraid to hear the truth.
What do you know?
Nothing. I never even knew what my own family was thinking. That's why you need to go find out for yourself.
KK.
I'm not stopping now. Are you with me?
I am.
Now you say it like that,
Let's go.
my will to fight has returned.
I gotta ask her myself. Can't die yet.
Out of all the anime speeches I've heard in my life, that may be one of the lamest ones.
Fighter! It's everything to me! There's nobody.
Hey, stop
Nobody that
breaking my shit.
Does anyone ever see that? No! Not even my family! It's down to him. He really does need an ass kicking. It's coming.
Who's this again? This is the one of the ghost people that's made from the body of like the guy that's possessing us. His former body. That's why he's using the same like attacks we are. This is just silly. Advanced rock, paper, scissors.
I got no one. Not a single person to back me up. I don't need them anyway. I'm just fine on my own. But it's different now. I got you.
Yeah, he was upset about something.
Keep fighting for. I don't know. I've lost everything. All of it. That's more reason to keep going. I can't just die. Nothing to show.
With fighting for chat.
For all of this,
do it for the anime seasons.
Don't you end up...
For all the animes that never got a season 2. Or got a really shitty season 2. Now that's an anime fighting speech. Well, that's a move I haven't seen. Oh wait, what? He's still... Oh, I can't see the cool cutscene because... Oh, well. The car was in the way.
Where are you going?
Severance attacks. Some visitors are capable of separating Akito and Keiki from another, and their attacks being separated will cause Akito to lose access. Okay, I already know about this. Use the Keiki and regain your abilities. Approach Keiki's spirit and press that. If he's far away, you can also aim your reticle at him and press tab. Draw him closer to you.
It wasn't that long.
New mechanics? Well, not really new mechanic, I'd say. We've had several times where he's been pulled out of us. Perfect dodge, or block, I mean. Possibly get pruny fingers from the fingering. Well, we do use some of it with water. Oh, is he dead already?
I got this.
Don't you hate when you're at the party and this other guy dresses like you?
Knew I lived fast, but I never thought I'd be offing myself.
Did you beat the game? No.
KK.
Let's move.
You got no body to return to now.
Abyss.
Right. Let's go.
What a team up. Oh, we can do that? Since when? That was his body? That was his physical body, yeah. I mean, we could do that to the Tengu, but I thought they were like on our side. Final chapter. Do we finally find out what all this is, aiming toward? God, couldn't they have just made, enemy within 3 instead? You had a solid franchise already. Alright, moving forward. I'm not sure what the hell all this is, though. Inner world again? Landing like that is really hard in the knees. True, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but
Well,
it looks cool.
the
That's
abyss
undeniable.
Sure is bleak. I guess it'd be stranger if it weren't, though.
Do you remember when this game got announced? It was like people only were paying more attention to the cute developer girl that announced it than they were the game.
Like water.
I forget what her name was, but she's since left this studio to make her own studio. But literally, the developer was like, "Oh, a cute girl game developer," and and she had big Genkai energy. So I remember most of the actual talk wasn't on this game, but the developer. Is Troy Baker in this game? No. Cute developer girl? Yeah, I forget her name though. But she's the one to come out and announce the game, because she's the one basically directing it at the time.
We'll do another checkup in 6 months. Then we can see how the two of you are holding
Genki,
up.
not Genkai? Okay, it's two different things, right?
Someone's memories. But whose?
Thank you for the Japanese lesson, Sensei. Oh, is this our memories of like our sister in the hospital?
Looks like it's a girl. You.
Oh no, it's KK's memories of becoming a dad. And then a father, because this is a children's room.
What a great artist you are, Mari.
Hmm? "12 minutes? What? Remember the sister is quite important for some reason in what, this game or some other game? It's Japanese storytelling. The sister is always very important. It was a Kumi Nakamura? Thank you. You're right. Like I said, she's since left the Tango Gameworks to make her own studio, I think. But she was like instrumental in making this game, but I guess maybe, I don't know.
My memories?
Not feeling it so much, so hopefully that this was because maybe once she left, the game went to shit. Or like, well, not to shit, went to mid. Studio is called Unseen, that she started herself. They announced what she's working on there yet.
You just tell me if you have any trouble at school, okay?
Okay.
Fuck it, I give up on this plot. I mean, alright, don't worry about it. Just look at the pretty graphics. And imagine, maybe we could get a Shenmue game that looks like this one day. Apparently work was having a bad impact on her health, that's why she left. So this game literally almost killed her. That's saying some shit right there. The game almost actually physically killed me.
Elementary school we went to.
Elementary school, well, me and my sister went here? Are we exploring KK's memories or our own? Or is that going to be the twist that he was our dad or something? Overwork culture is common, yes, I'm very much aware. But overwork in game development is common regardless of country. Like, pretty much a lot of game development is full of overwork.
Akito, I'm coming too.
No, I'm going out with my friends. You just walk home by yourself.
Oh, this is how our sister got injured?
Memories and
I think,
Mari's.
maybe, I don't know. AK is probably my sister, that'd be a weird twist. Maybe on the inside, she saw herself as a man, and that's why he's like some gruff dude who thinks he's a father.
Hey, isn't that your sister over there?
Yeah, so?
You should call her over.
Nah, we've got nothing to talk about.
How fucking long is this? What, this sequence or the game? And Japanese subways are so clean. Okay, don't talk to me then, memory. She definitely had an interest in men's clothes for some reason. Like, that looked good on you, Maeve. Right? Or is she looking? I can't tell which one's. Maybe she's checking out both of them. Yeah. To go with the men's polo shirt. or the blouse? Okay, nothing's actually happening now. I'm just looking at ghost shopping.
You're seriously overthinking this.
I am not. This is for Mom and Dad's anniversary. Something matching would be nice, don't you think?
Every game names Wesker. That'd dilute him though only. Just, you know, so he would not be as interesting then. Do you think it'd be as interesting if they were like doing all their ghost shopping on Amazon? Just like I sit at the computer clicking things like, oh, says it's off 0.5%. What a deal. What I'm learning from this is that me and my sister had a very boring average life. They went shopping, and he told her not to hang out with him and his friends once. Gotcha. Wesker, no Resident Evil dating sim.
Not to worry about things at home. You should just do what you want.
Live free.
Yeah.
Do what you want. So, go party every night, drink, dress. No? Okay. Get that tattoo Mom said not to get. Maybe we're just like the bad advice, bro. Heavy-handed, oh, it's heavy-handed.
Mom's just a little tired, right?
Of course she is. Don't be so negative all the time.
I'm sorry, but I've encountered this kind of like dream memory sequence far too often for this to ever have any effect on me anymore. Got my Canadian tax thing in the day and treated myself to pizza. Oh, you get like a tax return or something? Where you're just like, you don't have to deal with that for another year, so here's pizza. Government pizza. Well, I got some nether Odon regardless, even though I'm in my own mine right now, I believe. Mine noodle.
That yukata.
Yeah, it's Mom's.
Canada, we have a taxing we get every 4 months called GST, aka Government Service Tax. So what's it? What are you paying into it for? What's the service for? And how much is it normally? Shit, if you have to pay taxes. Usually it's only like, here in the States, if you're only paying taxes 4 times a year, if you're like me and you're like a paid contractor without an employer.
I'm glad the weather cleared up.
Yeah, it's our first festival in a while. Why?
Let's hit Akito really hard. God, it's all coming back to me, I guess. Government just gives you free money? Well, it's not, there's no such thing as free money, but it's nice to receive money regardless. Isn't YouTube my employer? No, YouTube is no one's employer. I'm not an employee. I am a paid contractor. I just use their service. The laundromat, of course, it will all end here.
Mom's gonna be okay, right? I don't want her to go away. Why does everyone go away? What is my definition of free money?
Well, there isn't no free money. It always belongs to someone and passes along to someone else. So free money in that case is just, you know, taxes that were paid for one service being transferred to you. So tired I don't have the attention span for this. Well, it's not really revealing anything that, except that, yeah, our mother got sick and died. We were somewhat estranged from our sister. I get it, but also, big fucking deal.
Akito, where are you? Akito, I'm at the hospital. You need to get here now.
Okay, we're finally, she's at the hospital. We're almost caught up. If I robbed you at gunpoint, is that free money? No, that's stealing money from me. And since you can go to prison for it, that's a hefty price to pay for it, so it's probably not worth the risk. Money, chat, is only created through the use of labor.
I guess.
Or, well, in some cases credited, but that's why it's never free. Someone's labor has to create it for it to be, and then transfer it around. Okay, mother died. I got it. Please. I got it. We gotta sign a petition so developers will stop trying to do this, like, 11th hour character development of, like, the big memory sequence. I am so done with them. They're never good. They're never... It's bad storytelling 101, by the way, to do it. And it's just lazy in an interesting way, and doesn't make me care about anything, because you're, like, trying to pile it all on at the very last second.
This'll be a new beginning for us.
Yeah. You're right.
Oh shit, we didn't think to develop our characters any that we're supposed to care about. Do it now. Was this game by my little Japanese lady who got everyone really thirsty over? Yes, so we talked about that earlier. Then she left the company because this game almost killed her.
How many more?
Right, this game almost killed the cute Japanese lady there one night.
This isn't even a beginning. We're just falling further down.
How
The metaphor, chat. We're going down.
do these steps go?
Don't be scared. You'll be okay.
Any game come close to killing me? No, but there's definitely times I was unhappy while playing it and then working on it. Hope Akiro is actually just learning like, man, I'm really boring. Can some main character ever have that reveal like, wow, I didn't really do much, did I? We're gonna come across Logan Paul in this forest. So I'm pretty sure this is like referencing that, well, the forest actually. Did she have a kid recently? The Kumi Nakamura? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't kept up with her. Good on her if she did.
Sometimes I wish we could just hit the bottom. Get it
Did our sister try to kill herself? Is that what they're going to reveal to me? Yeah, that's what it's going to be. They had this suicide forest here. She's like speaking like in this tone. She tried to kill herself.
Stop it.
Don't turn away, Akito. You wanted to hear how she felt.
Gahara, yeah. Back at the tower.
Why is it only me? In all of Tokyo. In all the world. Why do I keep falling down? If I'm just
I gotta wonder why you're so important to this guy's plan, though. If that's all that's special about you is you once tried to commit suicide, this sister of ours. He singled her out as being like the linchpin of his plan to like get rid of physical bodies, I guess? twist is that Logan Paul all along trying to take pics of your dentist.
Akio.
You know, Logan Paul would make a good protagonist for like an Outlast
Just need to
game.
find Mari.
That's right. You have to protect her.
Yeah. I'm done running.
Maybe he's just an idiot. Who, Logan Paul? I mean, it depends. Socially, and a lot of the stupid stuff he does is because he knows it'll get attention. He's actually pretty damn smart in actually what he's doing, because he's doing it intentionally. It still makes him obnoxious. Doesn't, you know, both the Paul brothers, in fact. Especially since they're doing a lot of, like, crypto scams these days. But stupid ain't what I would criticize them for. 'Cause it does take intelligence to come up with some of their schemes.
This must lead somewhere.
Yeah, are we actually here, or are we still in our mind? I'm not sure what the hell is going on in the physical presentation of the world. Are there any storytelling techniques you'd like to see game developers try? Not particular techniques, no. I mean, every technique can be valid. It's all about the execution of it. Even this kind of like crappy dream sequence, if used in the right place, when I have dream sequence, like memory sequence, if used in the right place and at the right time, and you've already like built up to it with other development, it'd still be good.
Yeah.
I just rather than like not rely
in there.
over rely on certain things.
So is your sister.
Maybe the villain was just an idiot. Well, he's definitely. Oh, okay. Well, I might agree with that one.
You ready?
Incredible. Unreliable narrator. There really wasn't any narration in Metal Gear Solid Live, was there? We'll play it from, you know, Snake's point of view. But the opening, you mean, is what you're probably talking about, where it's like you make your own character?
Such a shame it is. Neither of you can appreciate the wonders of the journey that awaits your loved ones.
I came here to talk to Mari. You're not stopping me.
Oh, and how will you do this? She has words to speak no longer.
I'm Sith Lord. Slender Man, we've been fighting those guys all game.
Mari!
Behold, I have created a
The
hole.
gate to the underworld has opened.
Oh.
And now, for the final step. Let times flow. Cease.
What? No Zawardo?
What is happening?
Well, it's in the first Dead Space game. I'm waiting for the remake of that.
Is
So I
this-
will send it, but it'll be the remake of it that's coming, I'm guessing, next year?
No! The ceremony cannot be stopped!
Oopsie, oh, he just got knocked into the whole underworld, huh? Don't even get to fight him ourselves? When did Slenderman? He's been here since like the beginning of the game. We've been fighting them left and right.
Mori.
Akito. Thank you.
Quick, while there's still time, reveal what your character personality traits are. All we know of you is that you're sick and sad.
I'm sorry. I wanted to apologize.
I know you have. It's what kept me here.
God.
It wasn't your fault. I went back for this.
Oh, she was in a house that burned down? But how did it get the fire stuff? Why is there a house fire?
It's our only memento of Mom and Dad. I couldn't just leave it behind.
You brought up a house fire, so okay, their house just accidentally caught fire and she went back in it for the rings, alright. So shouldn't she have like burns and stuff over, or has she been dead the entire time? She was found in a hospital,
Big brother.
someone who was injured in a house fire, she didn't really have the look of it. Are you dead? Okay. We had a moment.
So
Alright, after this and Dying Light 2, I officially declare games where you go after your sister who's like sick, possibly dead, injured, whatever,
tell you.
are really bad and need to stop. Cry of English. Now that's a subtitle. Of course this guy couldn't just be dead. He's super dead now. Only been two games in the same year means a trend. Oh, his family, is his family trying to drag him to hell?
I have succeeded. I was not mistaken. The two realms connected at last. When the souls of humanity are freed from their mortal prisons, they shall be made pure. I shall finally be made one with my family again. We will exist in a
Say you're ruining the moment, but I still don't understand the moment. Oh,
unshackled from loss and sorrow.
what? Gonna turn into Pinwheel? No, he absorbed his wife and daughter, and that... He'll do something, alright? Why did you... I don't understand why our sister was so important that she was needed for this. I still really don't. Couldn't he have used anyone who was sad? Or was injured? I don't know.
Yeah. This is the end of the line.
Hopefully the final boss design will look cool. They went with teeth.
Why do you interfere? Just as the two realms have united, we two must become one.
I want to hurt an ass like you.
Actually, it's just like neon. Oof. I need some stuff. We got no firepower. You're no match for me. I got plenty of like sweet cakes in my pocket. I can heal anything you throw at me. I'm not even. Whoa, even over there. All right. Hey, Western, you have a good night, man. You got something there on your ass, buddy. Just saying. Oh, I think that's his face on the ass. Or maybe, I'm not sure. Got very Resident Evil? Well, it's partially... It's made by the company, the guy that used to make Resident Evil games. No rocket launcher here, though he did have a rocket launcher at the end of Evil Within 1.
We gain nothing from partings. None can comprehend death. We cannot unite.
Lost shit. Merging with them has totally destroyed his mind.
Oh, we got goopy versions of our enemies, huh? Did you do sim videos on the Bayonetta series? I have. I've already seen 1 and 2. Did you not know about those? Yeah, those are already up. Good thing, yeah, there's sim videos for Bayonetta 1 and 2, and I'll do 3 once that ever gets released. I wonder if he always wanted to turn into like a fish. So is this meant to represent some kind of Japanese yokai that I'm not familiar with?
Why do you interfere? Why? Why? To be
That was my voice though, not the game's.
your salvation. Oh, become one.
Sorry to disappoint, but this body's already taken. No, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, give me your best collective. What?
Right. You monster! You're just too far.
I know we're all having fun right now. And if this game is good enough for us. Can you... Chat, I want someone to explain the motivations of the villain for me. Let's see if everyone's on the same page.
Cannot see dark. I don't want to die.
We've got some audio formatting problems. It's not actually an evil filter. He's just like, you know, the audio wasn't done badly. He wanted to become fish. Don't we all secretly want to return to fish? Go back further than monkey. His auto-tune's off. You know you're evil when your auto-tune ain't working. Can you? I need to see your face. Show me your smiling face, sweetheart. Alright, let's go back to shooting our win. Sorry, I had to take a snack break in the middle of the fight. Let's go down to the fishing hole. I'll grab a line and you grab a pole. Is my sister gonna get brought back to life?
Trapped in here.
Trapped? Does that mean...
It does. They were only separated from their bodies. They should go back to normal now.
So all that, you know, collecting of souls I did was pointless?
Except Mari.
He died being fished out of the water. Didn't their bodies disappear? Well, yes, but apparently since they weren't technically dead, they get their bodies back, I think. That's why we've been sending their spirits to the telephone earlier for, anyways. Do the creepy walk toward him slowly.
Mom.
Hello, son. Like your new look. Well, the smoke coming out of the face? I think that you can make that into a cool accessory, actually.
You died on December 10th. And Mom, on June 9th. I didn't forget. Of course, I could never forget. Never.
That's nice, sweetie. Have you
I
found a
won't keep
nice
pretending
girl
it
yet?
doesn't hurt. I'm gonna live. Even if it means feeling weak.
So much emotion wrapped up in this seat. Wait, was this always been a character trait of his? What was the defining character trait of our main character again? Those Sharingan symbols? I think it's like part of Shintoism. A lot of the stuff from Naruto was drawn directly from Shintoism and Buddhism sometimes.
Next time we meet, I'll have lived a good...
Here to take her to the afterlife? You suck as a brother. Yeah, we kind of failed, didn't we?
Okay.
Anyone else getting frame issues? Could be possible. I'm not getting any on my end, though.
So, you finally learned how to open up to your family, huh?
After they were all dead.
And here I thought you'd learn to be quiet.
I gotta ask you for one last thing.
Yeah?
Talk to my wife and my boy. Tell them I never gave up. Not for a moment.
Oh, we got the slow walk around now. Said you were a good brother? I mean,
Hey,
that's just what anyone dying would tell to you, though.
that on you. I'd do it myself.
Just
if
wants
I
to, you know,
could.
hear, yeah, whatever. Just being a family member. Like, what did we do that made us a good brother? Short stream tonight? Looks that way. Would have been even shorter if I hadn't shortened last night's stream, though.
Don't get yourself possessed again, Akito. Most wraiths aren't half as charming as I am.
Yeah, you're a real charmer. Can't get you out of my head. You ought to be grateful.
Think this guy's ever going to be able to play, like, Shadow of Mordor, where it's like a main character possessed by a dead guy? That bring back too many harsh memories for him. That reminds me of that time KK possessed me and let me use his powers. Or no, better yet, maybe he can never watch Parasite again, which is also about a hand that's possessed by an alien that lets the main character use its powers. Thank God, that was my jack-off hand. It's gonna be weird if he didn't leave it.
Rest in peace. KK.
Glad we learned why Hanyo needed Mary. Yeah, I don't know why our sister was so important. I thought there was gonna be something about that, but no, she's just like regular girl. And he needed her to open a portal to the afterlife? Reasons? None of the bad guys' plot and reasoning for this really worked at all. It was like bottom level lazy ass writing. He lost his wife and daughter and was sad. So therefore, he has to turn all of Tokyo into ghosts that will somehow reunite him with them, but he also doesn't really care about the bodies anymore, so he should be fine with them being ghosts. Yeah, and he needed a girl in the hospital for it. Robert Altman, is that the guy it was dedicated to? Famous movie director? What? Directed by Kenji Kimura, huh? The director of MASH? Yeah, what, did he have something to do with this game? Or were they just big fans of him? Shinji Mikami? Now there's a name with legacy. And he hasn't really done much in a while, though. He's been dead since 2006? Okay, so why'd they special thanks him? Shinji Kimura is coming for me. Look what you said, bitch. See you say it to my face. So Elden Ring now? I'm not sure. He was a human, just like the AI who wrote this game. You know, I would actually put this in the same caliber of the cop plot and AI, am I right? Special thanks to Dartigan who streamed this game. So glad you didn't buy this game. You know, you're welcome. Were you actually planning to? Yeah, at least the Sin video practically writes itself. At least it didn't overstay its welcome too. Shortish game. I was worried it didn't go on for too long. The Robert Altman, they decided the game too was the founder of Bethesda. Okay, so chat was just confusing me. David Cage was still... You know, actually, I gotta give credit to David Cage. He usually comes up with something a bit more out there, but also more crazy than this game would do. It takes a little bit of, like, nuttery to do what David Cage usually puts into his plots. And at least he'll keep you guessing. This game, not so much. You know what? This game would actually work better if it ever got a Ghost Story style dub, where they like redubbed it into just complete comedy, like the Ghost Stories anime. It's actually, we've been making those Ghost Story jokes ever since we started playing this, but it actually lines up. Just take a dub over the cutscenes with like entirely new dialogue, written by someone who's like super drunk, and then you might actually have this be entertaining. What do you think? Someone should do it. At least this game is mercifully short. True, that's what I said earlier. Want this immediately? Yeah, it wasn't like the anime, the Ghost Stories anime, when it originally came out of Japan, was considered really boring and didn't do very well. So when they brought it over to the West, they're like, hey, do whatever you want, just make it sell. So they're like, you know, fuck it, let's make it into a comedy. So just, you know, they should have let the localization team just do whatever the hell they wanted with the cutscenes and the direction. Just rewrite everything you need to. Akito, I now know things could never work between you and me. Not because you're, a main character, but because you're Asian. Or something, you know, that kind of shit. It was successful in Japan. What, Ghost Stories? I thought it wasn't rated very highly. You need Evil Within 3. Well, Evil Within 2 wasn't that good either. That also suffered for me an open world game. This developer really needs to stop trying to make open world games just because they're under the Bethesda the old flag. Please stop. You're better at making single player linear games that have more direction. Stop putting open world in there. This open world did not serve this game anyway. You think this game had a good idea or a critic at some point? Well, yeah, I do think it had good ideas. It was just, one, a lot of the execution of them was a little underwhelming. The plot was complete garbage and didn't really do anything for me on an emotional level. And like I just said, the open world of this game was completely pointless. It really did not serve any fun gameplay. Just like, oh, I get to walk around the streets and shoot stuff. Alright, I could have done that in a more linear fashion, had better enemy encounters. So I really think this developer just needs to go back to what they did with, like, Enemy Within 1, where it was an open world, and try that some more. Kumi Nakamura also founded her own studio. Yeah, I don't think she's released anything yet, but she apparently almost died because of all the stress from working on this game. Suffers from Dying Light 2 syndrome, unbelievably dumb. Well, this is not as long as Dying Light 2. Still waiting on that sequel to Dante's Inferno. I don't think EA is going to make that happen. The Evil Within story was garbage. I'm not saying Evil Within is some, like, masterpiece. Don't get me wrong. I definitely... It definitely was more interesting than Evil Within 2 or this game. Yeah, it definitely had its problems, and mechanically too, but story-wise, and at least did some cool set pieces here and there, and had some neat imagery. And I felt the enemy designs were a lot better too, but since they've been putting open world in there, it's like they really do not know how to write an open world plot to save their life, so just please stop. Anything after this tonight, or are you done for... I'm not sure yet. I mean, the only thing I'd do would play Elden Ring, but I kind of like dedicating an entire night for that to get good progress in. So I might just hold off and do another Elden Ring stream tomorrow. The Dante's Inferno devs are also Dead Space devs. Yep, no longer with us. I think Evil Within 2 had a better... I also think Evil Within 2 had a better story. I don't care if they're awesome set piece in them. Each to own. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just felt the open world nature of Evil Within 2 really hampered it a lot and got in the way of what they could have possibly done with it. And I also would have liked to have seen the continuation of whatever they set up at the end of Dying Light. I mean, the Evil Within 1 with that white-haired kid who got free at the end of it. He didn't show up at all. Like, what was that all about? He specifically showed off that he got free at the end of that game. Nothing from it. I think you're right that the open world didn't serve this game at all. It could have been linear for the most... Yeah, the best parts of this game, were, minus that really long sequence at the end, were the linear sections. When, like, you went into the buildings and then, like, some crazy, like, visual shit would happen. But then you just right back to open world and walking around city streets. It feels like a game where I'm really just going to the grocery store or, like, the convenience store to pick something up, and then a minor inconvenience happens in between my house and there. Not exactly the best idea for a game, I feel. The problems with this game are fundamental regardless. Well, I think it's got fundamental problems too. However, that being said, it's not really offensive in any way. It didn't overstay its welcome, it didn't make me waste too much of my time. It was thankfully short. So I can't really bring myself to dislike it too much. I just, you know, this is just straightforward criticism. I don't really have any strong emotions over it. I know people have their own opinions, but the Evil Within 1 story drags also, and the Evil Within 2, the open world is optional. Well, not really, you still gotta travel through it. And that's usually the thing about open world, it just adds travel time if it's not used properly. A good open world game is a game that'll make you want to explore all the possible options of things you can do. I don't recall ever wanting to possibly ever explore Evil Within 2's open world. Granted, it was a smaller open... They seemed like they liked designing small open world games, because this one's like that as well. However, it just didn't really inspire me to want to actually do it any. So it just like, okay, you can like get some small upgrades to yourself if you do it. It doesn't really do much for me, I feel. And like I said, yeah, I agree the Evil Within story definitely has issues. It's no masterpiece. So you're not going to get an argument over that, because I agree. I'm just saying I felt it was like better because it was more linear, and they had more control over it at any time than what you do when you make an open world game instead. More Visage? Oh, I think I actually uninstalled that game because I hadn't played it in a while. I mean, I did the first chapter of it, and the rest of the chapters would have just played the same, just with like new sequences. Evil Within is a good series. I think it has potential, but I don't know if they're going to do anything with it anymore. Do you think Elden Ring is a good game by itself, or do you think it's being carried by its presence? I do think it's a good game by itself. I think even if there had been no Dark Souls games before it, it would still be good. Even more so than since they would have made that without all that experience. But without those games before, you probably couldn't have made Elden Ring without having made all those Dark Souls and other games to build up your knowledge base. Sorry, are you about them? No, you're fine. I respect opinions. And I appreciate that you shared it with me. Can I request a GameSense video for 666k Moo coins? You don't have to pay me anything. You can write it down and maybe pique my interest, but it's no promise that I will. I mean, there's probably a likelihood I've already considered it, actually. Wouldn't mind seeing you stream Resident Evil 1 as Chris, that game. I mean, I was actually thinking of doing that maybe at some point, because I did play through it as Jill. And it might be worth it play through it as Chris. If I wanted to make a video on Resident Evil 1, the original Resident Evil 1, well, the remake of Resident Evil 1, I probably would need both playthroughs to mix and match some of it. Otherwise, it's kind of missing things. That's what makes sending Resident Evil 1 kind of difficult, because it's like two different characters with their own unique storyline. And they don't really intersect at all. In fact, one of them is non-canon. I never really figured out which one of the is. I think Jill's is non-canon, right? Or is it? You know, there's like things that point that both of them are canon, but then I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. You think difficulty is something in which is good to base your entire game or part of it off? You mean if it's a hard or easy game? I don't know. I don't think there's a solid answer for that question, actually. Canonically, a mix of both of the playthroughs. Yeah, but that's what gets me, because it couldn't possibly be, because whichever one you didn't play as is locked up the entire game. So that's like a really bad answer if they say that, because it doesn't. I mean, one of them is in a cell the entire game if you're not playing as them. I don't think it's even been cleared up how that person got captured too, because they were like they were just being chased by dogs, and they never explained how they got captured, did they? I feel like it's Jill's playthrough was way more memorable, so it's canon. Yeah, but the Chris's playthrough is what sets up the whole Chris versus Wesker, thing that would carry on for a while. And Jill kind of like, after like Resident Evil 3, stopped being a major player in the series. Hey Dart, hope you and chat are doing well. Also, Caesar's Legion is the best faction. Had throw that in there, huh? And absolutely take the dam without courier intervention, huh? Not memorable? Memeable. Well, true, it is memeable. Can't think of too many memes that came out of Chris's section. Most people just like the cute girl he has with him the entire time. Both endings can't be canon as one character just goes missing. Barry and Rebecca, true. Since both of them canonically make it out as well. Just got back. You like to see Jill and Claire in Resident Evil 9? Well, we already know it, but I mean, it doesn't seem likely. But who knows? I'm still wondering what they're going to do with Chris at the end with 8, because he like mentioned like the BSAA was like using bioweapons. I thought they were going to do some of that with like DLC. But it's been like a year now since Resident Evil Village, hasn't it? So they haven't really released any DLC for it. So I'm wondering if they're going to. Bethesda, you really like these long credits, don't you? Oh well. Give us time to sit and chat and make sure we get to like a 2-hour stream. Chris is an old man now, yeah, but he's like for like a guy in his what 50s or however he is old by the end of that. He looks pretty good for his age. You know, it's all that protein he's eating. Grumpy old man at that. Well, he does have reason. He has gotten like so many members of his own team killed, again and again. Bring back Lady D's voice actress. I mean, she's dead, turned into Crystal, but I guess she could play something else. Resident Evil's first DLC was dropped 1 year after release. Oh, it had a lot of smaller DLC that came before that. You're talking about like the 2 story-based ones, right? Then you got Ethan killed too. True. And now his daughter is under his care. I wouldn't feel good about that. Would not feel good at all. But it doesn't matter, since the next Resident Evil game we get will be a Resident Evil 4 remake, so we have to wait and see what they do with that. Chris could still punch boulders harder than any young man. Well, that is his legacy now. They even brought it up in the game. I just wonder if, like... I wonder if they're ever gonna, like, bring the Leon... Aya... What was her name? Leon Ada storyline to a close? Or are they just gonna continue, like, smolder at each other? Like, I would fuck you if we didn't have to, like, run for our lives right now. It's like, Jesus, do something. Like, that's going on for a very long time. Please let Ada just fuck off until the end of time. Just do something if you're not gonna do anything. Like Batman and Catwoman, they'll go on forever. Yeah, that's what it kind of is, actually, when you put it like that. It makes it kind of, like, less interesting, because they just keep teasing it, but then, nope, not this time. Maybe next game. Hope Leon comes back in Resident Evil 9. Oh, it's a possibility, I suppose. Since Ethan, Ethan was their new character to get people into the game, so... I'm guessing either they'll create a new one, or they'll bring back one of the old ones. But Leon seems to be going to be in Resident Evil 4 remake, so who knows. I doubt they, like, want to have two characters back-to-back. So, maybe it'll be... I don't know. Who knows who it'll be. A lot of RE characters are in their 40s. Yeah, pretty much all of them are, like, started out their careers in, like, the 90s. But, like, if you notice, though, they're all aging wonderfully. Suddenly singing. That's creepy, though, right? Good night. Thanks for streaming. Hey, Zomgabots, you have a good night, man. Can't wait for play a 14-year-old girl in Resident Evil 9. Oh, you mean Ethan's daughter? We're actually not sure what her age is, because there's a possibility she's, like, aging fast, like, because of the mold or something. We only assume that was, like, several years in the future. But I don't think they're going to have, like, a big time jump in the Resident Evil series, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I want to just, like, age several years in, like, one or two. Saw a dude who somehow made Priscilla's song from Witcher 3 into a metal and make it actually smack. Well, I think I might have seen something similar to that. Maybe not that particular song, but a lot of people do that, actually. Chris was in two numbered games back-to-back, so it wouldn't be the first if Leon appeared in two numbered games. Well, that's the thing. He's not going to be appearing in them back-to-back. It'd be like the remake of 1 to 4, and then he'd also be in 9. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying they probably want to, like, do something else, but who knows. Leon's always been, like, the popular boy of the cast. In enemy years, that's, like, 19 anyways. It's so hard to tell how they'll... Yeah, exactly. It's kind of up in the air. They're probably, like, leaving themselves wiggle room to do what they want there. So, we'll probably get, like, an official, you know, continuation of that character storyline probably for 9. Because they did hint that she's got, like, powers or something, right? Next game just seems about Chris. You know, I thought that was going to be DLC is what I expected from that, not the actual sequel. Like I said, no DLC so far. The BSA, yeah. The BSA seems like it's going to be like the next one. I'm guessing it's going to be dealing with the mold still. Maybe they, like, took samples of it back. If they were there for it. You missed... Hey, Mike, you're just in time for, like, the credits. How you doing? And thank you for the sub. 52 months. Chris stuff seems more swell. Yeah, at that point, if you're Chris, you're just gonna be shooting everything. He's really good at that. So you have to, like, give him shittier guns, I suspect. Otherwise, it just turns into what his, like, DLC was for a section in Village. You missed the movie? Well, it wasn't too interesting, to be perfectly honest with you. Twist that Ethan was mold at the end of Resident Evil 8 was fucking stupid. When Evie told Ethan he died, I honestly thought she was lying to fuck with his head. It was definitely something I don't believe they originally intended. They just worked with it into it somehow. I mean, they tried to set up that he died back in the 7, but I really do not buy that's what they were thinking back then. Because it doesn't really make much sense. So, like, wouldn't Evelyn have known that Ethan was mold already and just control him? Since she can control the mold. So, like, what? Was it good? Kind of wanted to play it. the plot is completely forgettable, and the open world nature of the game doesn't really add anything to it. It's just like, hey, do you want to walk around some Japanese streets? Because that's really how you're doing it. And you really just do the same shooting of ghosts over and over. It's not a bad game. It's just kind of very mid. It didn't really piss me off or anything. It also doesn't overstay its welcome, but I can't honestly recommend it at full price. I'd say wait for a sale. Already finished the game? Well, we kind of like got close to the end last night, but I saved it just enough for tonight to get to like a 2-hour stream. So, good half a string is fine with me. Don't worry, chat. Kate's streaming tonight, so I can like send you guys over to her. Are we getting like sequel bait? Ghostwire 2. Tennessee. Maybe, I don't know. Florida. I guess maybe there's not an after credit scene after all. What's next? Probably go back to Elden Ring after this. Gotta still finish that game, you know? It's not done yet. And then after that, it will be, let's play Mr. Chaos Killing Guy. Your Tsuchigumo Kifuda transformed into transmission beads. This item will be in your inventory when you either start a new game or load a what is any of that? Yeah, what's a Tsuchigumo Kifuda and what is a transmission bead? You've acquired the following music tracks. Ko Omote Prototype Yaseo Toko Abyss. That will be in your inventory. Your Tenkaichi Budokai mission is now complete. That's definitely some Japanese I just said. Your outfits, emotes, camera filters, and music tracks will carry over when starting a new game. Do you wish to save? Yes. Alright. Okay, I guess that's... Okay, never mind. New Game Plus? Well, you can, but I don't see much point. Do you? Well, there's that game done. Glad that didn't take very long. How about that? Only 4 streams. Technically only 3.5 streams. Ugh, what happened to Ed? Ed? We never even got to meet Ed. We only heard like him recorded messages of him over the phone. So I'm guessing he was just too busy bringing souls back into, turning them back into flesh bodies? I don't know. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to click on something. Fuck. What game are you streaming after Ring? Like I said, that will be Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins, I believe. Seems like that's about the time. So, chat, that will be it for me tonight. It's only like half a stream, I know, but it doesn't feel right to switch to something just yet. And 2 hours, I'm fine with that, for like that. However, we'll be going back to Elden Ring next. I'm not sure if I'm streaming tomorrow, I would like to. So check in around the time that you normally would to see if I am. And yeah, we'll be working on the mountains tomorrow, I mean, on the next Elden Ring stream. We're gonna go to like the new area. We finished the city up. But for tonight, I'm gonna send you over to Kate since she's actually playing Elden Ring right now. And you guys seem to like her. So go spread some love, alright? Let me prepare that real quick. But while I have you, though, I want to thank you for being here tonight. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed your time. Also, thank you for any gift subs or bits, any of that as well. And thank you to the excellent mod team. So, chat, you all know Kate, streaming Elden Ring. Go show some support. She's probably getting her ass kicked by a boss right now. But she'll probably need it. Anyways, I will see you either, if not tomorrow, very soon after that. You guys have a great time. Hit the follow button if you're new, and if you want to join my Discord, type in the Discord code into chat, or you can scroll down and click on the banner as well. Same thing. Alright, I'm done talking out my ass. I'm gonna send you guys off now. Peace. As always, you get free Moot Coin if you click on the Raid Now button. I mean the Join Raid button. It helps you out, save up for that old big Persona video, you know? And you get to make somebody else happy. Sending you to make someone else happy right now.
She said she's willing to sacrifice her life to find out. Hey, Dart, thank you so much for the raid. Wait, why are you raiding me right now? It is 9:51, sir. First of all, are you okay? I hope everything's okay. Second of all, thank you so much. Third of all, welcome in everyone. I've been dying continuously tonight, so that's what you're in for. Finish the game early. Oh, dang. You've been on fire. Finished Ghostwire early. Let's go. Was it a fun game? Like, was it everything that you hoped for? And more? So decided to end the stream early, or a bit early. Well, you've earned an early rest, an early retire for the night. Because it was a short, boring game. Fresh. The attitude. Why boring? Why do you think it's boring? It sucked? Oh my gosh, Dr. Baby, not you with the attitude. What is wrong with the game?
Very mid.
Alright, thank you so much. Happy 9 months. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Very mid. Dang. Everyone with the attitude. Okay, this tower is gonna be... It's not ahead. You're a freaking liar. That's what it is. Base, thank you so much for the sub. God, I can't speak tonight. I can't do anything tonight. Happy 5 months. Base, what the heck? Guys, I'm bad. I don't know how to do things here. Was that something? No, it wasn't. Tomorrow, thank you so much for the follow. Let's go. Happy 5 months. God, words out of my mouth. Oh, hi, Dart. Kate's getting good. Am I, or am I just getting the crap beat out of me? Didn't piss me off, but the story was bland and open world was underused. Dang, okay. So not really the best.